Hello everybody, welcome back to another Business of Trucking video. I recently received an email asking the question, hey Adam, I'm in the process here of filing for my own authority, and I've gotten to the part in the application where it asks, do I want to apply for a common carrier authority or a contract carrier authority? What kind of carrier do I want to be? So I thought I'd take a second here today and talk about the difference between a common carrier and a contract carrier. By the way, if you like these kinds of videos, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and check out the links in the description below for some good discounts on some good products out there for trucking. So let's talk about common carrier versus contract carrier authority, just as it relates to trucking. Not really talking about passengers, although it's very similar, still applies, but we're just going to talk about it in relation to trucking. A common carrier can transport property and passengers for the general public. That would mean if somebody called you up and said, hey, I need a load of hay moved tomorrow, you can say, all right, I can do that. I'll be over and get it. Or you can haul for brokers, 3PLs, direct for customers, just general everyday freight. Probably what you're doing now if you're hauling van, reefer, flatbed, most of your specialized stuff. Most carriers out there are common carrier authority. And probably what this gentleman is asking, he probably wants to be a common carrier authority, but I just want to explain the difference so everybody can decide for themselves. A contract carrier authority means you have to have a contract for every load that you haul. Now that doesn't mean like, if you're hauling a load for the broker, you get a contract. You should, even if you're a common carrier, you want something in writing on that load, some rate confirmation and carrier packet, things like that. Now a contract carrier, on the other hand, is a little different. You definitely need to have contract for things that you haul, but kind of what it means is a contract carrier will typically service one specific customer. Okay, so say you have a big company, big manufacturer, or a retailer with a bunch of stores. Okay, and say Napa for instance, a genuine parts company. They have distribution centers around the country. Okay, they might need a contract carrier to come in, pick up the freight at the distribution centers, and make a daily route delivering to all their stores. And that's all those trucks do. Now, they could do it with their own trucks, but most times they have a contract carrier for that. Now, this carrier will go out and they will deliver to all these stores, and they will come back and get the next load. They don't haul other people's freight for back hauls or out peddling freight around the country. They're contracted to that specific place. Now, kind of another time, a common use for a contract carrier is a place that hauls maybe a dangerous product or compressed gases, hazardous materials. Okay, they want somebody that is dedicated to that will only haul that's very knowledgeable. Chances are they have somebody back at the terminal that is like a hazmat expert, or multiple levels of professionals to handle only their product. That's all they do, and then they deliver it and come back and get more of their product. Okay, they're just not. You're not going to see them running around the country taking broker loads and backhauls and things like that. They're contracted specifically for that customer. And also, oftentimes they'll have specialized equipment, like the people that do the Napa thing might have a lift gate on their trailer. Okay, obviously compressed gases, you're going to have a specialized trailer. So you're contracted to that company, and there's not a lot else you can do with that trailer. Basically, typically, the people watching this video, most of us are going to want to be a common carrier, but it's important to know the difference and know the why you want to be a common carrier, not a contract carrier. There are also some intricacies of the difference between a common carrier and a contract carrier that are worth looking into. Consult a professional. For instance, I've done a video about sales tax exemption for trucking. Okay, a lot of those tax exempt forms ask you, are you a common carrier or a contract carrier? And they only allow a common carrier to be tax exempt. That's just not every single one of them is like that, but a good number of them are like that. So there are some finer details to common versus contract carrier authority. Now there's also a private carrier. You can be a private carrier. That would be like a U.S. food service or a McLean's, where they have their own trucks that haul their own product and nothing else. They take their own product, deliver it to restaurants, schools, blah, blah, blah. They come back empty, and they never touch anybody else's product. Now, like a place like that can also employ a contract carrier to help fill in the gaps on their routes when they don't have enough trucks or enough drivers, and they work together on that. So a company like that can also use a contract carrier where you dedicate a truck to them. I've seen single truck operators do that. So if you intend to do something like that, maybe look into being a contract carrier. It's up to you. But typically, if you're a smaller company, one guy, most people are going to be common. But there is some exceptions, so it's worth knowing the difference. So if you like this kind of video, make sure on the way out you hit that like button, subscribe, and we will see you next time.